One comment I want to make, well, two actually. The first was to reiterate for an item of this import, I thought that it was extremely well laid out, well documented, and I appreciated it despite the volume of material. I thought that that was very good. I think our task is well understood by all of us here on the board. And so as soon as I'm done, I'll be ready to entertain a motion on this. I don't normally comment on comments that were made during the public comment session because they stand on their own and we don't have to agree or disagree. It's the public's opportunity to comment. But there was a particular point that Mr. Flashman made that I felt merited a response from me, and that was a reference that I've now seen several times to a speech that I made recently in which I said that what we are really about is statewide rail modernization. And a number of people have seized on these words to suggest that somehow that is contrary to the purposes of Prop 1A and the construction of a high-speed rail system. Unfortunately, they got the pronoun wrong. The we to which I was referring was the state of California. The state of California is embarked on a modernization of rail systems around the state. And that has been made clear through a number of actions. It was made clear when Governor Brown submitted Reorganization Plan Number 1 to reconfigure the State Business Transportation and Housing Agency into a state transportation agency. It was made clear when Secretary Kelly elevated what was a minor function in Caltrans of a rail division to actually bringing in a deputy secretary, Chad Edison, specifically for the purpose of rail modernization around the state. But perhaps most compelling, it was made clear by the California legislature in 2012 with the passage of Senate Bill 1029, which unleashed $13 billion of potential appropriation for rail modernization around the state, of which only half related to high-speed rail, and the rest related to the appropriation of not only connectivity funds, but other funds to expand traditional rail services, regional and local rail services. And it was also made clear by the legislature in the passage of Senate Bill 862, the appropriation plan for cap and trade, where there are multiple pots of money beyond the permanent appropriation, the continuing appropriation of 25% of cap and trade dollars to this project. There are separate pots of money for other transportation and rail transportation development in the state to achieve the state's greenhouse gas emission control goals. So, as I say, you know, as an elected official, as an appointed official, excuse me, I get to refer to the broader governmental action in this state to try to vault us into the 21st century with a modern rail system. And people who somehow interpreted that as we were diverting from the purposes of high-speed rail in favor of something else simply have not observed either my behavior for the last 5 years or that of my colleagues up here on the board. So I just wanted that to be clear for the record as we go forth with this, that this funding plan decision today is about accomplishing the purposes of Proposition 1A, to build a modern, statewide, high-speed rail system, which will be part and parcel of a broader state rail modernization program that will benefit us for years to come. So I just felt that was worthy of some clarification.